I'm not asking you now.
Penny.
Penny! Penny! Yeah, sit here for a second, son, and then I'm going to ask your mom some questions.
Go sit on the bench.
Good.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. What? Well, we're going to give my dog biscuit. All right, now tell me what. That's all we got here. Tell me what Penny's problems are.
Penny is
how old? Penny girl.
A year and 5 months.
Okay.
She is a jumper and a barker. She will bark at any dogs going by, any people going by. Full of
Penny! Penny girl!
Yeah, when someone comes to our door, she barks, barks, barks. If I put her in her crate when someone comes in, not our door.
No, I get the idea. How old did we say?
A year and 5 months.
Ah!
Yeah. And if you put her in her crate when the people at the door, she'll whine and cry to come out.
All right.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, we're finishing up Penny's video, so we'll kind of do a day in the life of Penny. So she plays all day, her needs are being met. She plays, we feed, we groom, we give them water. Of course, this is essential in the summer. Now we want to have a nice interaction, go for a walk with Penny. So here comes Penny. She's coming through our door of our lobby. Penny's responsibility now is to walk on somebody's left without pulling. That's it, and off she goes. When she stops, the dog will SIT. So that's her responsibility to do that, not to bolt out the dog. If you notice, Penny is staring at the handler. She can validate that by saying, good girl. If you reach down and pet her, it'll overstimulate her. The cue for Penny to walk is for the handler to walk out with her left foot. And off. So now they're off to the dog park for a little fun. The dog is on the left. She's heading over to the park. Well, she decided to turn. Now she's going to go left. Look at her arms, her body. Penny is completely focused, happy and focused. We're getting to the dog park. She's got to see if there's any dangers. So Penny sits. The handler will make sure there's no danger. She walks up and off they go. Now it's time for interaction. So the handler's now playing. So what the dog couldn't do 5 minutes ago or 5 seconds ago, she can do now. That includes sniffing, peeing, pooping, and the handler's nice and relaxed. She's standing up tall. She's not bent over. She's not talking to the dog. And Penny is now completely gone. This is like a kid playing a video game. She's sniffing the ground. She's peeing. Oh, she's pooping. Bonus. Because now we know that that's one need that's been met. She has to poop. So I think in my head, okay, what time is it? It's about noon. Penny has to poop at noon. Now she's off and wandering around. Most importantly, the leash and collar is on. Jackie's going to start just walking away, maybe pick up a ball. She's just going to go away. And Penny doesn't even know she left because she's sniffing other dog urine. This is what dogs do. And then she'll throw the ball. She couldn't care less. She didn't even know. Then Jackie gets low. And the dog goes in her direction, but she got sidetracked by odor. So in a more advanced class, we teach the dog to come off leash and all these other things. Right now, this is just a basic understanding of the rules. Now, when we're going to cut in a minute, we're going to leave the dog park and we're going to go inside our classroom or home. And now she peed. Bonus, bonus. We know that she just peed and pooped. She's good for 5, 6 hours, 7 hours, depending on her, her bowels and everybody's how much she was fed, when she was fed. Wonderful. I'm cutting. We're going inside. Stay. Drop the leash. Wave. No hands, Mom. Good. Go back to her side. Tell her she's a good girl. Good. Heel. Good. Heel away. Left foot. Good. So left foot is heel. Make a left turn. Good. Come to a stop. Slowing down and stopping is her cue to sit. Stepping out with your right foot is the cue to stay. No talking. Now what you folks probably hear is this squeaking sound. So to most dogs, this squeaking is this flag, and it's very distracting. If you notice, Penny just saw 2 birds over there. If you notice that, if you're aware of your environment, you'll see that she's looking at 2 birds, but she's not responding. Jackie's going back to her side. Step out your left, and that's amazing. Very good. And she can go fast. How do we know the dog is healing? You go fast, there's no tension on the leash. You go normal, there's no tension on the leash. You go slow, there's no tension on the leash. Normal. Good doggy. Right turn. So that's how we know if a dog is doing this, or is this just a figment of my imagination? Look at the dog. She stops, dog sits. Pivot out with your right, dog stays. Drop your leash, wave to the camera. Hi, Penny. You're a good girl. And we're doing this in the middle of the street. Okay, wonderful. Go back to her side. Good girl. Good. Left foot forward. Good. Perfect. We're going inside. Okay, so now we're inside our house. It's a little dirty, excuse us. And Penny is being loved in a very natural way. If she starts to jump, the handler has to correct her and teach her that's inappropriate. But we taught her nothing. Now we taught her everything. Jackie's on the ground. She kind of resembles a young child. So she's nurturing the behavior, marking it, whatever you want to call, with good behavior. Now she's going to stand up and try to excite her.
Penny!
Get low.
Penny girl. Penny!
You can't even do it. Ya-ya! Ha-ha-ha-ha! She's looking for food. She's on the hunt for food, which is fine. So now Jackie's going to pick up the leash, which is always on under your supervision. She's just going to pull her out a little bit. Say, good. And then do your yeah, that's right. Then she shut the crate. Good. And then get low. Good. Go in the middle of the floor. Bring the leash with you. Good. So we do most of our playing and praising in the middle of a floor. But Penny doesn't even want it now. When she wanted it, she wanted it. Now she wants to hunt. That's fine. We're going to cut. So now Penny's is in her crate where she gets all of her food. The doorbell rings. We have company. Let her out. Tell her okay.
Okay.
And now pick up your leash. Good. And now notice though everything is relaxed. Knock on the door. She couldn't care less, so we're going to teach her. I'm going to see who it is at the door. Come in. So it's Danielle. Hi, Danielle. And here's Penny, nice and relaxed. We're not asking her to sit or to stay. If Danielle gets low to the ground, the dog might pull. Come to a stop. This is how we teach the proper behavior. Now, if Danielle stands up and then just claps her hands and says, hi, Penny. Then Jackie's going to release her by saying, okay.
Okay.
But yeah, good. Now pet her a little. So she just doesn't know. Pet, clap your hands. Okay, she doesn't like Danielle either. So the point of the matter is everything is in a controlled way. So let's say Danielle is afraid of dogs. We need to put her in her crate. So Jackie steps on the leash.
Penny.
Tells Penny, directs her.
Go place. Go place. Good girl.
She closes the door, and then there's a treat there. The only place the dog gets a morsel of food is in its crate. Then bells and doors and company have no reaction to the dog. We're just balancing energy. So that's good. Thank you, dear. Yeah. And that's it. We're going to cut for a minute. Okay, so finishing up. Leash and collar. Always on the dog when he's under your supervision. You always have to be a way of correcting a bad behavior. Correcting, biting, that's what a correction is. We do not use food reward for a behavior. Even though Penny has some residual behaviors, she's good, she's attentive, she's a magnificent dog, wanting to learn. We just keep it simple for her. We don't confuse her, we don't put her in conflict. The only time she gets a morsel of food, that's from children, adults, Aunt Emma, whoever, it goes in the crate first. And when that happens, you just say, please. Oh, please. Good. Dog goes in the crate. That's it. I know that she just peed, pooped. She's had exercise. She's fine in the crate for the next 3 or 4 hours or 5 hours or the next 2 minutes. It's up to you when this happens. Dogs go to the den when the leader says so. If you feel bad that the dog's in a cage, that's misplaced guilt. Because a cage is a den. dog's needs have been met. If you leave the dog in there for 15 hours, then you're nuts. You're abusive. If you leave the dog in there randomly and periodically for when you want to go take a shower, dog goes in a crate. I take the leash off when I'm not supervised. I got to run out to 7-Eleven, dog stays there. I have to make sure the dog's needs are met. I know they have because it was 12 noon, she peed and pooped. She doesn't have to, and we loved her, we exercised her. I opened the crate, she can't come out without permission. Dogs can't think. They notoriously make bad decisions. That's why they get run over by cars. They decide to chase a cat. They run across the street. They don't have the mental capacity to look both ways. Then I say, okay, good girl, baby, good girl. Yeah, 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 yeah. She's tired, actually. So just to review. Leash is always on, never tension. I come to the door. I stop. I don't do a lot of talking. I teach her not to run out the door. Sit. Good. She laid down. That's fine. I'm not a monster. I come over here. Good girl, Penny. Yeah, 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 yeah. I turn. She sits. I step out my right. I raise my right hand. Down. Good girl. I don't give her a treat for that. That's crazy. Now I put her on free time. Okay, girl. Good girl. Good girl. And this is how it is. If she jumps on my lap, good girl. She crosses a bit, she doesn't. She's ready to go. All the components, we know this. Structure. Give her responsibilities. Her responsibility to stay on your left without pulling, regardless of the distractions. If the kids aren't, you can't control the kids, that's another problem. So then don't put the dog through that. Put the dog away. So if I have my grandchildren come over, if they're not listening to me, which is very possible, I don't expose my dog to that crazy drama. So we're talking about drama. Drama. This is done. She's amazing. She's been great. Barking in the crate. Unfortunately here, these things don't happen here. They may at home, and then we can give you some advice. We do a follow-up lesson at home. Penny's been delightful. She'll get a bath tonight or tomorrow, and she's good to go. Thank you. Yeah, 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 yeah. So what is this? Good girl, Penny girl. It's a squeaky toy. What is a squeaky toy? Throw. Oh boy. Good girl. A squeaky toy is a dying animal. And she's fine. She doesn't care. She's more of a hunter. Every time her nose goes down is hunting behavior, right? She's just smelling, hunting for food. So we accept that that's what she'd rather do. She might not want to chase a ball. That's what you want her to do, but she don't want to. She's part retriever. Who cares? I'm part Irish. Yeah, I'm a drunk. Okay? Goodbye. Hey.